unsafe for work, those lacking a sense of humor, young children, my parents, or anyone who would confuse our on-camera characters with the people we actually are in real life. Hey folks, 13 here, and we're about to edit a video. We're gonna do the stuff. I don't know why this is doing that. Let me get this to do that. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Okay, let me fix that. Okay. And let me fix that. Alright, so, yes, this part of the show is live. Absolutely, for sure. So this is Lightworks. If you haven't caught the first one of these episodes, or the first part of this episode, then don't panic. You can go back and see it later to catch what the footage was that we captured, that we're actually going to be working from here. But let me get up that footage and some of the other stuff we're going to be working with. Now, we already have a couple of things in our I don't like it when an import pens for an extra amount of time. Lightworks can be a little finicky about imports. Let me import that a different way. I'll bring up the import box, and that looks in my draft area on my drive anyway, and the one I want is this one, which it's analyzing still. I don't know why you are analyzing. It's having problems aborting the task of importing it too. All signs that Lightworks doesn't like this file for some reason. And I have a way to get around this if it is indeed going to be a problem. And I would do that using an AVS product that's a video converter. And I would just convert this video, and I actually have the video converter popping up here. I'm gonna get the process of converting the video underway just in case it decides that yes, it's gonna give us a problem. So I would just yank this into here and convert it to an AVI. So I'm gonna do that process because Lightworks is still working on analyzing that. It's a fair sign that Lightworks is having trouble. I'm going to actually go ahead and close Lightworks. Uh-oh, it's not going to close because of the... Okay, so as Lightworks chokes for a second, let me do this. I don't know where that's going to open. It's going to open there. Let me get that over here real quick. And I'm just going to force a shutdown of Lightworks. Okay. So we'll bring Lightworks back once this conversion process is done. We're not going to blame Lightworks for this right off the bat. Lightworks does a lot with separating audio tracks and stuff, and sometimes footage that has some incongruity in the audio track that I don't quite understand can have this kind of trouble. So we shut Lightworks down and we're letting it kind of stew for a minute. I'm going to move this over and I'm going to bring Lightworks back. At least I was going to try to. Let me try over here. I don't want to do that over there. Okay. Okay, let's grab Lightworks again. Okay, there we go. And we'll open that. Alright, so yeah, we have all kinds of edits and stuff that apparently didn't close. For some reason, Lightworks may have been having its own problems. Okay, so let me get back into here. Let me also see this program and what it's doing. Excuse me, that conversion has about 7 minutes left. There's other files that we're going to want to be working with in Lightworks, and we can get that underway. And I'm curious, with the reopen of Lightworks, okay, it just says not analyzed. And I don't want it to analyze it because it's causing trouble. Chances are, though, once we do this conversion, we won't have any problems. And if we do, then I guess we don't have an episode. I guess we'll have to shoot something else to do this with. And that is one of the perils. It happens. There's lost footage sometimes. So let me see here. I'll start with the intro, and we'll add tracks, and we'll talk a little bit about tracks and what's going on here. So let me actually first let's look at the footage. So up here in the edit window, you can see what's going to be happening in this timeline. And let me play this out. And you can hear the volume is a little decreased from what we might expect, and that's
warning. Not safe
a setting that I have in Lightworks. I haven't
young children,
fixed.
my parents, or anyone who would confuse our on-camera characters.
I kind of like it running quieter.
Actually are in real life.
So this is our standard intro, and then we have the applause, and then it comes up, and the music keeps going, and we have some black, and that's a lot of black space that covers kind of the end of our music. So I'm gonna stop this and jump back to that mark. These jump us to the major marks in the video, and I just like to perch right there. So we're gonna click here, and I'm gonna say add. I right clicked, and I'm gonna say add audio tracks and 2, and I have wanted to experiment with creating them as a stereo pair, but in a way I like having them be able to have their audio edited separately, because then I can do effects per speaker if I want to, just easily. Okay, so I grabbed that. I had to kind of fish around for where I got and if you can see it, it's kind of hard to see, but towards the bottom of the arrow I have like two, kind of an arrow or a line with black arrows at either end, and that is my grab and drag that audio track. So I grabbed it and moved it out. I separate it because I like to keep this line right here open for the standard audio in the game, and I'll or in the edit, and I'll explain that, what I mean by that, in a minute here. What do we got left? Well, we have 4 minutes left in this conversion. How unsavory. And this is live, so that's all kind. Is there a way to refresh this? Can I refresh this? I'll just go up one and go back to drafts again. Retry media analysis. Sure, because, you know, breaking Lightworks is something to do right now while we're waiting. Yeah, it doesn't like that analysis any better. Now, it's doing this conversion. It's going to output an AVI to the same directory. And Lightworks does not yet see that AVI. Alright, so, yeah, now, not an auspicious beginning for Lightworks, having to do a file conversion in our first episode so that Lightworks can see and groove upon the file coming in. And this doesn't happen regularly, but it happens often enough that it's a skill that's good to have. If you're going to work with Lightworks, it's good to have a file converter out there that you can use, that you like to convert into other formats. Sometimes just the act of converting into a different format can make things great and fine for Lightworks, but I've had worse happen, and I have a backup. I have a backup converter. Not converter, but a backup piece of editing software. Now, it isn't as powerful as Lightworks. I don't like to use it. If I absolutely have to do it, if I can't reproduce footage, or if it's footage that I'm not willing to say, oh, lost episode, then I'll use that other conversion software. And it's actually AVS. And I don't know, I've had bad experiences with it for reasons connected to audio. So I prefer Lightworks over that. And Lightworks is actually really, really powerful software. And it may be my capture software that's of the larger to blame variety here. And that's OBS. And OBS does indeed produce video that AVS doesn't like. There's a lot of acronyms going out. But AVS doesn't like some of the stuff put out by OBS. Now, my network, Freedom Network, has a deal to use XSplit, and I need to look into that. We might have the last time there was a deal to have access to XSplit, it was not available forever. It was like you're a part of the network and you get it for like, I don't know, a number of days or a number of months, like 6 months or something. And I was, forget it. I don't want to learn how to use software that in 6 months I have to pay for, or just go right back to OBS anyway. But there was a new video put out by my network, Freedom Network. You can join Freedom Network through our description in our video. You can also join Freedom Network through the main kind of banner of our channel. And I am a big fan of Freedom. I've had absolutely no problem with them. I like the support that they gave me. I like the access to the tools and stuff that I have through them, access to other YouTube developers and people willing to just awesome people willing to do art and audio and all kinds of great stuff. So if you're new to YouTube and you're looking for a good start, Freedom is a good start. And we also, because of the way Freedom is built, we benefit from helping you out if you sign up under us. So if you sign up under us, we make sure to help you promote your channel and to make it grow and to do all the things that benefit you and us. So, conversion is done. Let me open the folder. So, let's see, first of all, if we can do the regular import. Yes! It looks like it likes it. It's extracting to audio, and that's probably the problem that it was having, is the audio tracks. And I swear it's OBS. It's not Lightworks. And we'll look into this further in the future to figure out if it is indeed OBS. But we got our clip, and that's what counts. So we'll double click our clip. And now if we hit play, just like we hit play down here to view over there, now we view over here. I am a little concerned. Okay, never mind. I must have just had some dead roll. So anyway, let's verify audio. Awesome. Awesome. Now you heard that my voice just kind of clipped for a second there. And that's a result of the conversion process.
You guys,
that's a downside. We are motivated to check out XSplit, and we will. That doesn't to have a stream. That doesn't really just make less any of what we're doing here, because that's on the capture side. We haven't done a video on capture. You saw us capture the raw footage, but that was more of a this is the stream, this is what we're shooting, and you're seeing the whole process of what we're shooting. So what we're going to do now on this side is I'm going to highlight this, I'm going to perch back at the end of the video, and I'm going to come over here, and when we capture the video, I wrote down some times, and I told you those times would be important later, and they are here. So if I pull this in, it was at 3:45 that we had our intro, so let's see if it's there.
3, 2, 1.
3:46.02. So I hit N. I just pressed N down at the bottom of the screen here, and N puts a mark. I'll show you where it is.
Hey folks, 13 here, and we're about to play.
And you'll see we're driving away from it.
Comment, like, subscribe, participate.
So that N
Always
mark is
remember
going to be
share,
important.
Do the important stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing, and enjoy.
Boy, I really just got to go on the record. I hate that the audio ticks are in there, and I'm motivated to check out XSplit just because of that. I love OBS. For free software, it is really, really great. And for streaming, we never had a problem. But its ability to record the file is a little kind of disappointing for sure. Now, I could have downloaded my upstream video to YouTube, and that might be a way to use OBS and get a clean file, but I don't know. There's disadvantages to that. First of all, I have to take time to do a download, and second of all, that download goes against my overall cap for how much I can download
this
from my
online
provider.
game here. It's on Congregate. It's called Break the Limits, and that's all I know. So let's do this thing.
So, this was a single edit, right? But 7-ish minutes in, I did something I marked time in. It was 7:30 in, right? So I'm going to come back to about 7:24. Now, I marked something down. I want to see what happened. Why? Why did I mark time down? Oh, the cough. The cough. I just happened to come right back in where I want to take out something, and it's the cough. So let me come back. I can see myself in the screen. I can see myself like reach over and cough, right? So right before that happens, when I'm not making that funny face on my face, right before I do the cough, there we go, right there, I'll click out. And that defines a clip of our larger segment. And if I hit insert, boom, it inserts it right there. That's the clip. If I click back here, you can see in our edit window, the warning is right there. And then we have the yay come up. And then it fades to black, and there's a lot of black before we have anything come up. And we don't want that. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm tapping the desk with my foot. That's probably coming out like an earthquake for you guys. I'm going to wait for this to come out and fade back out in the edit window. Right about there is actually where I want this video to come in. So I'm going to hit in, and because I'm on this down here, my end mark will appear down there. And I'm going to move around this till I get my black arrows so I can drag the whole thing. And I'm going to drag it over to the end mark. Well, the audio slid over with the video. It covered a lot of our black section, and our audio down here is intact because it was in a different track. So let's see what we got now in the edit window. So we had yay, it comes up, and then not much darkness, maybe a little bit too much,
and we're about to play.
Let's actually say that's too much. So let's undo the slide over. Let's move out and back. So we move back against those edit marks, right? The end marks. And let's just click back out a bit and put end marks there. Let's grab this, slide over again. Let's try that on for size. What's this look like?
With the people we actually are in real life.
Okay, there's that.
Hey
okay,
folks,
I feel like
here,
that's a
and
reasonable
we're about
amount
to
of
play
time, right?
Break the Limit.
So that's us fading in. We'll think about audio and audio levels later. I wasn't even paying attention, but you saw that the background music was playing right over the image that came in that introduces the episode and, kind of me speaking there and getting stuff going. So, we've done that first little overlay. Now, let's go back to this. Actually, down here, let's move to the end of everything. Let's clear all of our marks. Let's come back into this window where we have different time marks. So if we jump forward, jump to the end, jump back, and we go back to where we were. And we want to listen from where we were to get after the cough. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to mark it down. I think I talked to you guys about marking it down. Now, for you folks at home, you saw me make a mark on my sheet, and I actually marked the cough that I'm going to mark out. Now I'm going to mark more marks to take the cough out. Okay, I think that's good. We're going to clear all of our marks. We're going to insert a mark there, and we'll play forward from there. And I have another mark at 1820, which I think is the end of... No, that's right. That's when Zimnola... I have thought many thoughts and remembered a great deal. And now... Okay, let's look at that again. That's literally where it's going to start. I have thought many thoughts and remembered a great deal. And now I'm going to remember more. Okay, now I'm going to... Oh, I have a happy memory. Or out here, I'm looking for 18. Now, this is a very fast edit. If I want to, I can go back and watch all of this footage as I go through to make sure that I'm not putting anything in that I don't want to put in. But there's another place that we can take something out if we need to. So I'm going to move ahead to about 1818. Let's see what we get. And smiling Zimnola Sylph is on. It says norming, streaming, and okay, literally at 1820 I start talking to Zimnola Sylph. So I don't want that to happen because in the end edit, I don't want the conversation that happens live during the live stream. So let's take that out. And smiling Zimnola Sylph. Okay. I'm watching my mouth to figure out where it looks like I'm finishing Smiley, but not saying Zimnola Sylph. I think that's about it. I'm going to mark it. We're going to insert, and now I'm going to come to the back here, and we're going to see how we did. I need some dreams, and I have confidence now, and dreaming, and creating, and... Okay. Not so good, but I just realized that there's a better way for me to take off the end of this little bit. Let's go back up to this, and let's play forward. Smiling Zimnola Sylph. Okay, so we definitely got enough there. So let's put our out mark there. Let's move... Oh, let's move back to the out mark. Let's click on this window down here to give power to our edit, or attention to our edit, and let's move forward and let's insert again what we have marked from this. It was the last thing we marked, so it's the window from which we'll pull. If we had another one open, then that would be the one that we pulled from. So let's come into this. 2 smiles, I need some dreams, and I have confidence now. And dreaming, and creating, and smiling Zimnola. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's look at where the pointer is. Let's go from about that point there, in, jump to the end, and go out, and then delete that. And let's see what the audio is like for that little section there. I need some dreams, and I have confidence now, and
dreaming and creating and smiling.
Good enough. Good enough. The smiley. I got the smiling in there. Sounds a little weird, but we're we're yanking a piece out right of we're yanking some video right out of conversation. So
It's on. It says Norming streaming and on a Sunday too. Yes, Simnala, we're streaming the raw footage from which we're going to shoot a show.
okay, let me guess that it's safe to come back in there. Let's clear our marks and hit N. Okay, I'm making a mark.
I want to create
Okay.
things with my mind.
We'll let it go.
Sure I can.
We'll see what
We're
it
gonna
looks like.
transcend now, folks. Such a good dream. I can't believe how sad I was. Me either. What the hell were we thinking about? I think of an object and it's there instantly. Joy.
Okay. I think we're good. We don't have any other edit out marks. So let's look towards the end of the video when we are doing the comment, like, subscribe.
Do the stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing, and we'll see you next time. And for the live events, they're just...
Did I really go straight to the live event with no... No, I suck.
raw footage is about what I'm going to cut out. But anyway, for you, thanks so much for joining.
Okay, hold on.
Stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. Let's put an alt mark there. Let's insert that. It's going to have a really rough ending. But I'm still getting used to this concept of shooting the raw to do the edit, shooting the raw show to do the edit show to put the final product up. So we'll get our rhythm here.
All right, folks. Well, comment, like, subscribe, participate. Always remember to share. Do the important stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing. And we'll see you next time.
Okay. That actually ended pretty good. We got a nice end on that. It was really kind of abrupt-ish. Now, I'm going to jump back and I'm going to throw fades in. So I click Effect. We're looking for mixes, actually. So I'm going to move through the menus and use the software like I usually use it. I'm not going to make this too much of a tutorial because it would take forever. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. So this is a dissolve that I set up as a standard 1-second dissolve that occurs in the middle of a clip. I'm a big fan. You can't see the dissolve unless I slide in a bit. So I zoom in. The dissolve only happens in 1 second, so it tends to get a little lost. And once you put the dissolve down, you have another point from which you have to kind of jump out and slide along. We don't want to put a dissolve there, but we do want to put one there. That's where the episode actually starts. And there was one thing. There was something. There was a point in this. Oh, Control Z. I changed the audio there, audio level of one of the tracks. Let me zoom out. The scroll wheel does a lot of stuff depending on where you are. Okay, so we can look at the whole thing. You can see the transition marks now that I've zoomed in and zoomed out. I wanted to put a gasp in here. And there was a point at which I wanted to do the gasp. I don't remember when we were going to add the gasp. When the hell was I going to add the gasp? I'm going to slide the slider through and review the edit so I can try to remember where I wanted to put this gasp. I think I'll just put it in regards to a joke that I make around this time where the hearts are going. I remember I made some kind of off-colored, blue humor. Let's see what we got here. I was playing blue for sure.
Joy! Hit the joy button. If I had a joy button, this would be my job. I'd just sit there and press my joy button. Oh wait, I guess I do have a joy button and I'm not...
Sorry, I stopped it because I thought I had reached what I wanted, but
pressing it doesn't get me anything useful. What if... Create again. This is how it happens. First there's joy, then there's create. I guess I actually do have those buttons. Summon things.
No.
Mightiness. I summon mightiness. I'm so great. I'm a magician. Summon things. Summon things. Create things. Joy. Mightiness. Feel like a god.
Okay, well, I guess we can just stick it in there.
God.
Okay, so we're gonna put an end mark right there. We're gonna grab a audio track that I have from my audience tracks. Let me see here. I got a lot of audience making sound. Here we go. This is the one I want right here. I don't name the files, folks. I do not name the files. Maybe I should rename this one, though. Okay, so let's see what we get if we put that in there. Let's not go that far away from it.
Joy, mightiness, feel like a god. Yeah, things are great. No better. No, I'm better than a magician.
It's not amazing. It's not amazing. I don't know if I like the gasp. Let's take the gasp out. Let's take... I don't want to destroy the clip. Let's try this one instead. I think I might like this one better. Let's just throw a little ooh in there.
Mightiness. Feel like a god. Ooh. Yeah, things are great. No better. No, I'm better than a magician. I'm a god. I can do anything.
So I'm streaming an edit
Some
show.
Things.
And then let Cherry
break the limits. That's the name of the game.
Okay.
We're breaking the limits.
Okay, so we got that much. And then we need to add tracks one more time. Because there's a last set of tracks that we need. Okay, and let's jump back through here. Okay. One more. There. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to grab some music. I did not have the music in my thing yet. I'm going to oh no, that's not the one I want. I want high energy gaming mix. I'm going to grab these ones. These are the ones that I'm going to use in the next couple of episodes. Let's bring these over. These are all audio tracks, all songs and stuff that I got from YouTube. They're copyright. They don't have copyright problems. So in my edit, I'm going to put an end point right here, because we're going to drag our music down to there. And unless we listen to the music and we go, wow, oh, whoa, I don't want to do that. Okay. Did I just double all of the music in this list somehow? Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Unless we listen to a track and we go, ooh, that is in the wrong place, I'm just going to pull them down, drop them in. I know from previous, drop and roll is actually our theme, so we're not going to pull drop and roll in. Donors, deep, I should actually take drop and roll out of that list. Demilitarized zone and cut it. And cut it is going to spread way past. And we'll handle that in a moment. So I know from past experience that these audio tracks are way too loud. Let's clear all of our marks. Let's turn all of the tracks off except for these bottom two. So now the markers are easy to move from the beginning to the end of these tracks. Let's put an end point there. We have all of our in and out points cleared. Let's put an out point here. And now I know from past experience it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scrolls on my wheel. And see how we have a kind of the double down arrow, or the double arrow there. And up here, if we're toward that line, we have the up and down white arrow. The side arrow is black and the up and down arrow is white. The black arrow is to move the whole thing. You can grab it and drag it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I went one too many there. Okay. The black arrow is to move the whole track. The white arrow is to change volume with the scroll wheel. So now we're going to listen to the volume overall of our beginning. Let me pull this into about here. We don't need the whole thing. We are in real life. Comparing volumes here. Can we hear the intro? Hey folks, 13 here, and we're about to play Break the Limits. Comment, like, subscribe, participate. Always remember to share. Do the important stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing. And enjoy. Okay. Alright, so we have this online
Sounds
game
like the
here.
audio is
it's
good.
on Congregate. It's called Break the Limits, and that's all I know.
The
So
audio
let's do
level.
this thing.
I'm going to jump towards the end just to make sure that
I'm so great. I'm a magician.
things are good there. Let's
Summon
check our
things.
audio overlay part.
Summon things.
Make sure everything's cool.
Create things. Joy. Mightiness. Feel like a god. Yeah, things are great. No
Okay.
better.
Yeah, all the audio is fine there. I think it's fine. Now let's look at what is this point? This is about 17 minutes. This is a long episode. This is about 17 minutes in. So out here, or sorry, 17, 24. Right? So out here, 20s. So about 1740-ish, right about out here, is where we want to end our episode, right? We want it in that about 20 seconds out. So let's turn everything back on. Okay, clear all of our marks. We'll put an end mark there. We'll go all the way to everything, put an out mark there, and hit delete. And now our video is only this long. Now, back here, when everything fades out, that's where we want to right-click this white line, and it'll put a point on the line from which we can... You saw before we scrolled the wheel and the whole thing moved. Now, if we scroll, just this section moves. And if we right-click towards the end of it, we can pull it down into a mute. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull it down into a mute. I didn't get it quite to the end, so there will be a little bit of a tick towards the end of it, but it won't be a big deal. It'll all be in black screen by then. So it's not too terrible. And let's clear all of our marks. And then we go over here and we hit the export.
And let me see what I wanted to call this. I wanted to call it something that would kind of reflect the other episodes, right? So this would be breaking. I don't know what I'm over here. This would be breaking the limits. But this is no longer raw footage. So this is now an Ask Plays, right? It's a complete episode. So breaking the limits. Ask Plays. We've changed the way that we've been. Oh, Ezra. The Cheats is on. How's it going, Ezra? He's watching the stream. He's watching us do the edit. So I've been naming things. I'm struggling with our naming convention. I want to break away from the Ass Plays. I want to break our brand a little bit. But in a way, I don't know. Maybe I want to keep it. So let's call this Breaking the Limits Ass Plays Complete Playthrough. Right? Ass Plays Complete Game. Yeah! Ass Plays Complete Game. Exclamation mark, because we can... Oh no, we're saving it as a file. We don't want the exclamation mark right now. So let me check this again. File name is Breaking the Limits Ass Plays Complete Game. And we'll start... it'll go through the process of exporting it. That's going to take a little while. After it gets done exporting it, I will verify it offline. I don't want to sit down and make you guys watch a 17-minute episode that's going to reoccur in the edit anyway. So we won't be doing that this evening, but I am going to process this. It's going to take about 20 minutes. It'll take in about an hour to an hour and a half to process it, get it uploaded to YouTube, all of that stuff. So in about an hour, hour and a half, you'll be able to see the edited version, the work that we just did, and you'll be able to go through and watch it. Now, this was an experiment. We did this on this particular game, but from now on, everything that we record, we're going to do in live stream, and then we're going to take you through the edit process in an episode like this one, and then we're going to present the edited version. So you'll be able to see the stuff that happens behind the scenes if you want to see it. You'll be able to see, if you see an episode come out and you're like, wow, whoa, hold on, they just rewound time. How did they do that? You can go back to the edit episode, this episode, and see what that looks like. So let us know if you like what we're going to be doing here. I want to give you a window into the studio. I want to share with you guys what we did. And I also, which is a lot of what we did in the past, but I want to produce well-edited and well-completed episodes. So we're going to do all of it. All of it, all of it, all of it, and you're coming along for the ride. Comment, like, subscribe, participate. Always remember to share. Do the important stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing. And we'll see you next time.